You bear the mark. You are cursed. You must place your hand upon the stone.
I don't think this is a dream. Shake it off, Floyd. Come on. Why would somebody just leave this key?
Please, you must help me. Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
You got a lot of nerve,
The Keepers corrupt and distort reality, providing a means for their masters to overwhelm this world. They are coming. They have already corrupted this world with their twisted malfeasance. You are chosen. You are marked. You are cursed.
I don't give a shit about it any Mark. I intend to get the hell out of this town.
I thought I asked nicely.
Hey, I can't believe what I just did.
Only by invoking the beast can you find the items you need. You must explore the unexplored. Your world, as it was, is still here. It shifted slightly, wrenched from its rightful place. Many of the souls who inhabited it have succumbed to the darkness. They are echoes of themselves, trapped in a fractured shadow of reality. Double points!
This machine wasn't here before all the crazy started.
This is a room of secrets. Do you know what I speak of?
Not a clue. But it sure is creepy.
Here we go. The ritual hand.
Easy there, cowboy. What ritual? Don't you dare lay a hand on me!
Nightmare. It has to be. You down there, please. Do something.
You smell like a roasted turd.
Help me!
You got lucky. You're about to see a comeback.
No!
Insta-kill! The worm must be taken to the sacred place. Only then will you have the means to repel the unearthly horde.
That makes sense.
You have blood on your hands. It cannot be cleansed. Your sins have allowed others to tear their way into your world. 4 must be collected. Only then can we prevent the destruction of your world. Only another sacrifice will sate their appetite.
I just realized
hit like a baby.
Kaboom.
I'm not a superstitious guy, but I'll be taking this for luck.
The boxing gym. Is this room familiar to you? Insta-kill! Your sacrifice has been chosen.
You want to go toe-to-toe? Ain't no referee gonna step in.
Holy shit!
Congratulations. You just pissed me off.
Boy, I'm begging you!
You probably regret touching me now, don't you? I ain't never been a dirty fighter. I always played by the rules. You know what? Lately,
Could you maybe go annoy someone else? Is it dead? Gone. Got left. Weapons appearing out of
Kaboom.
that works for me. Think you got a shot? Think again.
Double points.
Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Anyone think to check the expiration date on this shit?
Max ammo.
I'd recognize this rug anywhere, Mr. No-Hair Big Shot Studio Man.
The burlesque. More than any other place in this city, your paths have crossed here.
This is just where I ended up. Not the top.
Your sacrifice has been chosen.
You ain't got no power in your punch.
I couldn't have trusted that producer anyway. He wasn't much different than any other close.
Okay, so you got the first hit.
The fetid stench of death hangs heavy in my nostrils.
Max ammo!
There's a little more to it than that, but I appreciate it. Give me that fucking gun. It better come with plenty of ammo. Range. You always gotta find your range. Time to start throwing those big shots. Maybe you should go pick up your teeth. Totally outclassed. Bye-bye.
Each of you knows this place. What does it mean to you?
I've been here. So what?
Insta-kill! Your sacrifice has been chosen.
This ain't gonna be so simple after all.
What? Is this a dream?
I shit scarier things than you. Okay, gloves off.
Help me!
I'm still on my feet. Where's my share of the purse?
Double points! The worm must be taken to the sacred place. Only then will you have the means to repel the unearthly horde. 4 must be collected. Only then can we prevent the destruction of your world.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Lucky punch. I suppose I'd miss you if you weren't here anymore.
Body shots ain't doing shit. Go for heads.
Don't try and fight me on the inside.
I think that one knocked out some teeth.
No time to waste. Let's load up. I think I got the decision that time. That it? Fuck it, it'll have to do. You smell like a roasted turd.
Complete the ritual. The Gateworm's energy must be released.
We all sure this is a good idea? Sure they'll bleed just the same as the rest of us.
Your service to the overlords is appreciated. Our complete assimilation of this dimension will now proceed.
I'm still on my feet.
It's on now!
You got lucky. You're about to see a comeback.
I like how we eat things without questioning where they come from.
Bit by bit, I'm wearing you down.
Some fucked up shit.
Free ammo. Where the hell did it come from?
You know how this works? Debts. They always have to be paid.
You saying we're here because we owe a debt?
Hey, what's up everyone, Danny here. This is the next budget build video, and it's going to be completely different than all the other builds I've done up to this point because in this one I'm only going to be using brand new components. This is something that's been requested a lot ever since I started the channel, but I've been putting it off because the price performance in the used market is just way better. But having said that, I do understand that there is a place for me to do brand new builds on this channel, and that's because some of my viewers can't afford their own computers, so they have to look either towards their parents, maybe a grandparent or a sibling, to help them buy the parts. And when this is the case, I can totally see used parts being out of the question because there's no guaranteed warranties, and places to get used parts like eBay and Craigslist are kind of known for scams, especially if you're not experienced in doing that. So when the money's not in your hands, I can totally see you having to gravitate towards only new parts so that you can minimize the risk. So with that said, we're going to try to start doing more brand new builds on the channel, and we're going to start with this one. So let's see how my deal hunting does when I'm only limited to brand new parts. These are all the parts that I used in the build. I'll go over each part, discuss why I chose it, and provide proof of pricing. This will include taxes, cost of shipping, and savings due to mail and rebate. I know some of you out there hate rebates, but you can save quite a bit by doing them, and I've shown plenty of times in the past with previous builds, as well as in my own personal system, that you can cut the cost if you cut those UPC codes and send them in. So do your rebates and save yourself some money. But now onto the parts. This build will center around the Intel Pentium G4400. I got it at Fry's for $36.14 after tax. This was a really good sale price, but it wasn't a one-time lucky find. It's hit this price multiple times in the past, and it's hit around $50 quite often during lesser sales. Even if you can't find any sale at all and have to pay the base price of $65, it's still not bad considering that it comes in at around half the cost of the next i3 processor. Another good option that you can consider is the Haswell G3258, which sometimes goes on sale for around $50. And this is really good because you can overclock it with even the cheapest of 1150 motherboards. Technically the G4400 is locked, but it can unofficially be overclocked if you have a certain Flash Z170 motherboard, but we'll save that topic for a future video. The reason I didn't go with an AMD processor is because nothing in the sub $40 price range, even on sale, would have given similar performance, and the upgrade path would have been pretty limited. When it comes time to upgrade, I can easily sell this G4400 to recoup the cost, and then grab an i3 or an i5 chip. I paired it with the Gigabyte H110 Micro ATX motherboard. I definitely went for the most basic and low-end option here since I won't be doing any overclocking. And I went with the Micro ATX because I originally wanted to do it in a Micro ATX tower, but you'll see when we get to the case that my mind changed halfway through buying the parts. There was no sale involved in buying this one, and I got it at a pretty standard price of $46.98. I kind of had buyer's remorse afterwards though, because the following weeks after getting it, Newegg had one going on sale for around $35 after rebate. The graphics card that I chose for this build is the PowerColor RX 460 2GB model. There are quite a few options with similar performance, like the R9 370, that would have been a good alternative, or on Nvidia's side, there's the GTX 950 or the 1050, but it depends on what you can find on sale at any given time. Generally speaking though, the RX 460 goes the lowest of the bunch. I ended up grabbing this one for $89.48 with a $15 rebate, bringing it down to $74.48. I had a little bit of buyer's remorse on this one as well since it hit $60 on two separate occasions afterwards. For the RAM, I got a single stick of Apacer DDR4 at 2133 MHz. For the most part, I always go for the lowest price RAM. I don't really dabble in overclocking RAM because the gains are minimal, so we're gonna go bargain bin here. This won't be a build for aesthetics, so we're not gonna try to match any colors here or grab any fancy heat spreaders. It may be ugly, but it has a beautiful, beautiful low price of $26.99. At the time I grabbed this, anywhere from $25 to $30 was pretty typical for 8GB, but ever since then, RAM prices have skyrocketed, and it's kind of a fluctuating market, so if you're buying parts early, be sure to grab RAM when it's on the low for around $25 to $30. Now, let's talk storage. In my opinion, mechanical hard drives aren't worth buying brand new unless you're getting at least 1TB. Anything less than that, and you're gonna be taking a hit when it comes to gigabytes per dollar spent. I went with the cheapest 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive I can find, which was this Hitachi one, and it came out to a very standard price of $43. This is also something that I could save money on since 1TB hard drives go on sale for as low as $30 to $35, but at the time of me looking, there was none available for that price. You may notice that it's a SATA 2 drive, which made it a tad bit cheaper. This was completely intentional as mechanical drives aren't going to exceed the SATA 2 3GB per second transfer rate. The power supply I chose was the Corsair CX430, which is 80 plus bronze rated. This power supply always goes on sale. And when I say always, I mean I've seen it go on sale probably every single month in the past year. At $15.99 after mail-in rebate, it's a complete steal for low to mid-range budget builds. This particular unit gets a lot of unwarranted hate, and if you Google it, you will see what I'm talking about. Here's Johnny Guru and Oklahoma Wolf's take on this power supply. These guys are the experts, they have the proper equipment to test them thoroughly, and they give it a thumbs up. So you can go read on it more if you have any concerns. And last up is the case. Originally I wanted to do a micro ATX build, but this thing came along and I just couldn't pass it up. This is the Raid Max Strato ATX mid tower, and it only cost me $9.99 after mail and rebate. For this price, I was willing to have a slightly funny looking pair of a micro ATX motherboard in a mid-sized tower. I was glad that I was at least painted black and not just bare metal like cheaper cases usually are. The price is definitely reflected in things like the lack of a window, these punch out expansion brackets, and only having one single blue LED fan in the front. It does however have a pretty discreet handle at the top which doesn't protrude out, so I think it gets some points back for this. As a person who moves their PC around a lot, whether it be for testing or for going to LAN parties, I've grown to love cases with handles. When it came to building, everything went as expected with no hiccups. The Strato was pretty average to build in, and I've definitely built in worse cases in the past. The back panel has a nice generous pocket that leaves a decent gap between it and the motherboard tray, so for people like me who are a bit lazy when it comes to cable management, this is really nice for stuffing the cables out of sight. So adding it all up, this build comes out to a grand total of $253.57. It booted up on the first attempt, and thankfully there are no DOA parts. You may have noticed that I didn't add in a price for the operating system, and that's because I'm going to go with the free option, Windows 10 unactivated. It's as simple as downloading the install files directly from the Microsoft website and then clicking the I don't have a product key button during installation. And that's it. You have a 99% fully functional Windows 10. The only thing is that the personalization is locked and a watermark randomly appears at the bottom right corner. But if that doesn't bother you, then
So we all know what the PC Master Race subreddit would have to say about getting set up with a new gaming rig. Build it yourself, man! Do it up custom! Or failing that, at least buy from a reputable system builder online. What pretty much no one would recommend is to go to the local Best Buy, ask for a gaming PC, and buy whatever it is that they bring you. But that's what we did. Let's see how that worked out for us, shall we? The ASRock G10 gaming router features gaming boost technology, M2M technology, NAS functionality, and their H2R 2-in-1 DLNA travel router dongle. Head over to the link in the video description to find out what the heck I was just talking about. So let's start with the shopping experience. I actually sent my wife in my stead in an effort to see just how frustrating it would be for a more normal person to find a gaming PC at the local big box store. So at the first store, the initial salesperson explained that the difference between the $900 gaming PC and the $1,500 one was aesthetics, and that gaming computers just cost more. The actual difference was that the gaming one had a video card. Fortunately, my wife realized that and found someone else to talk to. The second rep was much better, but didn't have anything in stock to sell. Though in her defense, the store is moving in like 4 days, so fine, on to store number 2. Or are we? In spite of having one of the reps from the first store call ahead to reserve a unit of the PC my wife was trying to buy, the second store sold it while she was en route and called her when she'd already been driving for 10 minutes to come and get it. Time to head somewhere else then. Third time's a charm, right? After waiting around to talk to a stalking girl and then getting bounced to the Geek Squad line and then back again, she was finally offered the Asus M32 CD desktop PC for 900 Canadian dollars, or about 625 US with the current exchange rate. So let's have a look at how she made out then, shall we? The M32 CD in the recommended gaming configuration features an Intel Core i5-6400 Skylake quad-core, 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM running in single channel, actually preferred in this case to allow for cheaper upgrades, a 1 terabyte hard drive, a system-specific H110 motherboard with a single full-size PCIe 16X expansion slot, a mini PCIe slot with an AC wireless card, 2 DIMM slots, and USB 3.1 10 gigabit on the back, and finally, an R9 370 2GB video card, notably one that features an Asus DirectCU style cooler and a very robust security bar to keep it in place during shipping. The case is nothing special, with a rear-mounted 90mm fan, a spot for another one in the front, though I can't tell where that one would get fresh air from, and a perforated side panel for airflow, and the power supply actually is a huge step up from what I expected. A 500-watt continuous unit from Delta with a 120mm fan and extra plugs for everything from additional drives, the motherboard can support up to 4, to even a more powerful graphics card, as long as you account for keeping it cool. Actually, overall, this package is a lot better than I expected, but still, I mean, I figured, come on, this can't be so hard. I'll head over to good old ncix.com and beat the stuffing out of it with off-the-shelf components, and it's gone. No, and it turns out that was not as easy as I thought. Even with NCIX's rock-bottom $50 PC assembly fee, and even ignoring the obvious subsidies that Microsoft gives to PC makers for including their operating system, assuming that I wanted, you know, a somewhat equivalent AC wireless solution, a DVD writer, etc., I still ended up getting pretty much the same thing for my money without Windows. So when you factor Windows into it, it was a full $125 more expensive to have it built there. I mean, sure, I get some more PCI Express slots, but then I'm actually giving up a proper PCIe-based Wi-Fi solution for a USB one and settling for a lesser power supply, the one bundled with the CM Elite 350. Okay then, time for a new tactic. Because we're PCMR, right? We can build the computer ourselves, saving $50 right there, and we don't necessarily need the cheap mouse that came with this thing. So I gave myself some more flexibility on the second config, opting for an AMD FX 6300 processor, 8 gigs of DDR3, an MSI 970A motherboard, no included mouse, DVD drive, or Wi-Fi. Then I spent what I gained on a better graphics card, an R9 380. Which the college-educated among you may have already realized isn't an outright better computer, just a different one. One that might be better for gaming in some games, but certainly isn't better for all tasks or even all games. Which I guess leads us to the conclusion, one that I did not see coming. I mean, honestly, I was sure that after publishing this video, we'd never be working with Best Buy on a top 5 laptops for students thing like we did back in the fall again. I was certain they were going to get wrecked, as the kids say. But that's not how it went down today at all. Many of the traditional problems that have existed since the last time I bought a desktop computer at Future Shop like 15 years ago, the inability to find someone to help you, the high-pressure sales pitch for extended warranty once you finally do find someone to help you, the limited stock and selection, the hit-or-miss knowledge of the in-store staff, are all alive and well. But the computer we ended up with is actually a really great value gaming box. Our equivalent build offered better PCIe expansion, but its power supply was not as good, and it didn't have USB 3.10 gigabit, not to mention the huge price disparity. And our DIY build, where I built it myself and gave up some features, still only saved me 15 bucks. Sure, it can deliver better gaming performance in GPU-bound scenarios, but without crippling CPU performance even further by stepping down to an APU or something like that, the difference was not nearly what I had expected. So there you have it. Color me surprised. Whether we have Best Buy to thank for acknowledging the demand for decent gaming PCs that contain decent graphics cards, or ASUS and
About every year and a half, PC gamers are used to getting a whole new generation of graphics cards with noticeably better performance that they can easily slot into their existing system for a quick upgrade. Console fans, though, are usually forced to wait long periods for a new generation of tech. For example, it was 8 freaking years between the release date of the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. So to alleviate this problem somewhat, console makers have been releasing incremental updates to existing platforms, just like the new Xbox One S from Microsoft. With improved performance and functionality beyond just being smaller, can it trade blows with a modern gaming PC? Let's find out.
We may have escaped the giant, but once again we find ourselves face to face with another twisted incarnation of the German war machine. Will we never be free of this nightmare?
Double points!
My earning power is double that of what I am used to. Nikolai cares not for your screams! Our mission to recover the Dempsey test subject is now in jeopardy. The capsule containing his body now ascends high above the Earth itself.
Double points!
It is rare for me to chase wealth, but needs must when survival is at stake.
Landing pad activated.
This was child's room. I feel it is wrought with pain and sorrow. Weapons serve as display of Russian strength. Behold, the miracle of electricity.
Insta-kill!
A quick death is more than they deserve.
Damn you, Group 935! Am I to be forever tormented by the demented offspring of my former work?
Landing pad activated.
Calm down, Edward. Think. I must find a means to return the capsule to the Earth. Only then can the necessary steps be taken to secure the future.
Double points!
I actually have a lot of money stashed away. I just can't get...
We may have escaped the giant, but once again we find ourselves face to face with another twisted incarnation of the German war machine. Will we never be free of this nightmare? Our mission to recover the Dempsey test subject is now in jeopardy. The capsule containing his body now ascends high above the Earth itself. The ingredients are as indefinable as the flavor. What is this for? Anyone know?
Landing pad activated.
This was child's room. I feel it is wrought with pain and sorrow. Simple man needs only simple weapon. Restoring the power will no doubt aid us in our quest. Something good, something good, something good. I have always felt capitalism punishes those most in need.
Double points!
It is rare for me to chase wealth, but needs must when survival is at stake. The dragon's head has been awakened.
Insta-kill!
Good! The sooner they die, the happier I will be.
Kaboom!
Is it possible that Richtofen lured us here only for his evil allies to entrap us? I will guard this with my life, though I hope it does not come to that. May this gum fill my heart with fire. Not literally, that would be heartburn.
Double points!
Even without payment, I would still seek to slaughter these animals. You think strength in numbers will give advantage? I thought Sneaky German was Hellpig's favorite. A tomb for kings. They would be disgusted if they knew what Group 935 did to it. This tastes of something. I will be careful not to swallow this. It's bad for you. Hurry, Dragon! Nikolai has many things to do!
This is Griffin Station. Come in. This is Eagle's Nest. Over. Richtofen, is that you? When we didn't hear from you, we feared the worst. Fear not, Dr. Groff. It is me, Edward. Any reports from the Giant suggesting my demise are erroneous.
Russian steel! Slaughter is my middle name! Why did no one tell Nikolai he was so popular with Hellpigs? Dragon will soon reward us. Ammo now at maximum. It feels good. monsters underestimate angry Russian. I will deal with you all in time. I am impressed by their persistence. Farewell, Dragon. It was honor to fight with you. This looks primitive, even by Soviet weapon standards.
Richtofen, I'm observing your current actions. I must confess to being alarmed. Would you care to explain exactly what you are doing in the company of our enemies? Richtofen? Richtofen!
Tesla coil powering up.
This will give us support we need.
Landing pad activated. Teleportation successful.
What happens when we recover other Dempsey? Maybe Richtofen will tell us of his plan for future.
Landing pad activated.
Perhaps we can fix this. Fix everything.
Teleporter inactive. Recharging.
I think I enjoyed that. If time comes, I will gladly share this object. There will be purpose for this. Of that, Nikolai is certain.
Fetch me their souls!
I know what is coming. In our souls, all of us do. The state will provide for our needs.
Eagle's Nest, this is Griffin Station. We have an update. Over. Dr. Grove, have you made any progress? Yeah, Doctor. The machine is ready and awaiting the conduit. Very good.
will proceed with Operation Shield and join you shortly.
Security protocol 935.
No, actually. Maxis and his daughter have already been dealt with.
Another German. That is all we need. I appear to be popular with the Hell Pigs. This device surely cannot be safe, can it? Death will always find you! I think I enjoyed that! Nikolai has not had this much fun since... Oh! Nikolai did not have fun.
Initiating 115.
I can only assume that you intend to procure Group 935's research for your own twisted goals. Know this, my old friend. I will take whatever steps are necessary to ensure that you never leave the castle alive. Richtofen, the security feeds are somewhat alarming. What on earth is going on down there?
It seems the area is no longer secure.
Free ammo. A very anti-capitalist. I am like Russian Cupid of death. Pig hunt is on! sounds like bullet. Bullet that explodes!
Initiating 115.
We still do not know what fate befell this Maxis.
Initiating 115.
Perhaps this will spark your interest, hell pigs! It is unwise to stand so close to electric storm.
Personal insults aside, Richtofen, I can assure you that the progress made at our lunar facility has only served to accelerate our plans. I have no doubt that the discovery of the MPD will prove vital to deciding the outcome of the war.
successful.
Did we just travel through time? I think I enjoyed that. At least transaction was swift.
Initiating 115.
What is purpose of this key?
To return other Dempsey to Earth, we need the death ray. To control the death ray, we need the key.
Dempsey must be returned to Earth.
First, we bring Dempsey home. Then, we will do what must be done. I know you can hear me, Richtofen, even if you choose not to respond. Though I do not understand how or why, I believe you are, in fact, an enemy spy. More than that, you may, in fact, be an imposter. I strongly suggest you stop pursuing this foolish and dangerous endeavor.
I am like Russian Cupid, Cupid of death. Did no one else notice this object? Let them be destroyed by storm! If needs be, I will wade through rivers of blood! Max ammo! Hello, hell pigs! Nikolai is ready now! In Russia, electricity is luxury. An angry Russian is happy Russian. Forecast is death.
Teleportation successful.
Did we just travel through time? I burn your very heart!
Warning, rocket jet beginning.
Let them be destroyed by storm!
Doors closing.
Nikolai is no good if he is burned in fire.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiating rocket test.
Perhaps this will spark your interest, hell pigs!
Test complete. Systems functioning normally.
Nikolai hates puzzles, even ones with reward at end. In Russia, electricity is luxury. Look but don't touch! That is rude! Ah, Vortex! Fry them good! Time for barrel to spin and bullets to spray.
Initiating 115 fusion process.
It was my mistake for allowing you to get close.
Richtofen, whoever you may be, do not know your true intentions. But make no mistake, I will not allow you to succeed. I have activated the emergency containment field to protect the deaf subject's cryo chamber. To continue defiance is an exercise in futility that will result only in your own demise.
Moon German is trying to make life difficult.
It appears Dr. Grove may be smarter than I initially suspected. We must access the MPD device. Once aboard.
Let them be destroyed by storm! For literally minutes I have toiled. Now I can reap reward. Not even my wives dare touch me there. In Russia, electricity is luxury. We can take a moment to consider our next move. You want to dance? I refuse. I think that is last we'll see of them. You need training. numbers mean nothing.
Fetch me their souls!
Why not play dead this time, devil dogs? You should learn obedience. The storm exists only to consume hell pigs. Enough of your hellish bark. It is most generous gift. I am grateful. I am force of nature. You are nothing. Nikolai does not like dogs of fire. Paws off! Let them be destroyed by sword! I will deal help his ugly face! Arrow is like bullet. Bullet that explodes. You need training. It is unwise to stand so close to electric storm. A burning hell pig is a good hell pig. I think that is last we'll see of them. Forecast is dead. Fire is good, but I could do without smell of rotting flesh. A storm is coming sooner than you think. This is where other Richtofen lived before. Well, before Richtofen put bullet in Richtofen. Dempsey is right. Richtofen is not telling us everything. Electrify the rotten bones! I will destroy this abomination! Nikolai, like dogs of fire! Let them be destroyed by storm! Double points! Is it betrayal for me to like this increase in earning power? A storm is coming! coming sooner than you think.
Initiating 115.
This weapon will be needed in battle ahead.
My God. Attention all stations! We have a security breach! We have a keeper manifestation within the facility! The MPT is under threat! Don't come any closer!
What is this strange device?
9. Dr. Grove has damaged the MPD. Quickly, we must locate the missing canister. What drove you to this betrayal? Know this. Your actions will not alter the outcome of the war.
What on earth have we unleashed?
The Keeper. It has somehow been corrupted on its return to Earth. I think Dr. Grove is to blame.
We ought to destroy that thing.
We must cleanse the Keeper. Only then can we charge the summoning team.
Until I stop, I am unstoppable. Hey, am I on my own here? I will fight my way out of any situation. In Russia, electricity is luxury. Russians care not for such open displays of affection. Boundless aggression was your downfall. Never provoke sleeping bear. Nikolai is one-man army. I do not like this feeling of being surrounded. There is no forgiveness in my heart. I have learned valuable lessons.